Alright guys, and welcome back to Fallout 4. This is Mod Showcase episode 28, and in this episode I will be showcasing the LK-05 Carbine mod for Fallout 4. The author of this mod is Doom Based, and he has created a unique carbine weapon to fill a slot between the submachine gun and the assault rifle from Fallout 4. This weapon can be found on enemies and in some vendors' inventories. However, there is one surefire way of getting this weapon for free, and that is if you come to the National Guard training yard, go through it, do the quests associated with this area, and unlock the armory. Go into the armory and you can locate this weapon on a desk. So I will go to the armory, show you where it is located, and then I will test this weapon in combat. So guys, as you know, this is the main National Guard training yard area. Kind of rhymes. And this is the armory. I believe you actually need to get a key within this area here. I can't really remember. It was ages ago since I got it, but you just come into the armory here and you just kind of walk down to this table and you will acquire a short automatic LK-05. As you can see from the model that was available on the table, it does look very, very good. Okay guys, so some base statistics. Weapon comes with 51 damage. That's after all perks associated with automatic weapons has been taken. It is chambered in 5.56 times 45mm rounds and has a high fire rate of 127. Also has good range and good accuracy. Main advantage of this weapon is its lightweight, coming in at 8.3. So I will go showcase the mods available, and then I will showcase this weapon in combat. Okay guys, so we've come back to Sanctuary to use the weapons crafting bench. First up, and the model for this weapon is incredibly good. It's very detailed and has a lot of authentic improvements. You know, it kind of looks like an ACR at the back. It's just a very well designed mod. Actually have to say it's probably one of the best mods I've actually seen. It's incredibly good. But let's see what mods are available. Okay, so you can add armor piercing. Yeah, you can just really increase the damage. Add armor piercing effects and stuff like that there. You can also increase the length of the barrel. That gives it further range, but it somewhat increases damage and increases the range capabilities of the weapon. You can also change the stock. Standard, weighted and recoil compensating. There's no real visual change in the stock, however it does increase the weight slightly and increases the accuracy. Different magazines, standard and quick eject. Different sights, standard, glow sight, combat sight, which is a holographic reflex sight, medium scope, night vision scope, and a recon combat sight. And you have a suppressor attachment available for this weapon, and you can also change the ammunition that this weapon fires from 5.56 to 38 to 45, 308 and 50 caliber. All of these have increasing damage and numerous other effects. You can also add a flashlight on and a flashlight off. This flashlight here will be on by default, so once you draw the weapon the flashlight will immediately be on, and you can also turn it off. Or you can have a laser sight attachment. Maybe, yeah. I'm assuming that you can probably have both flashlight and laser attachments at once. However, I'm not going to waste any screws to find that out. Don't see the point. But guys, it shows that there's a lot of customization for this weapon. The mod author. So guys, in looking at this weapon and looking at the attachments available, a lot of thought has went into designing this mod. And I would have to say that it is incredibly well done, and a lot of time and a lot of effort has went into it. But let's see how this weapon performs in combat. Alright guys, I've managed to actually find some raiders at the Dunwich borders. So we will kill them and test this weapon against them. First up, this standard weapon does not do a lot of damage, so you would be better to modify it. Definitely. I have made a big fucking mistake. Of course, if you are low in resources and you are only starting off playing this game due to the fact that the National Guard training yard, you actually can get to it before level 20, I would say that this weapon would be able to hold its own in combat. However, once you get to the later levels, it starts to suck ass. Unless you've modified it. I believe 50 caliber rounds in a fully automatic rifle is probably going to be one of the most formidable weapons. Especially this weapon does not have a lot of recoil. One problem I am having, the iron sights are quite hard to see through and are somewhat inaccurate, so you may want to add one of the holographic sights available. But the fire rate and the accuracy of this weapon make it incredibly effective at taking out targets. It's also very enjoyable and it somewhat reminds me of an ACR, especially in the terms of the way it looks. Seriously, everyone's a fucking Raider veteran. This is so annoying. Yeah, I made a mistake making this weapon not strong. So I'll bring out one of the most overpowered weapons I've ever used. This is a pistol with like 1200 damage. I know you're probably not wanting to see that, but I'm really getting the shit pushed in here. It's not good. Bloody Nora. Don't worry, I will hit him. Maybe not. Probably best not to even risk that. Oh wait, there he is. Right, probably best to go back to the weapon I was actually supposed to be testing. It's good. However, I believe it would be better when you have actually invested some time and resources into it. The base damage is not enough for the end of the game. Probably for the beginning of the game, so those that acquire this weapon in the early game, you will not have any problems and you don't need to be going wasting resources. Especially if you are attempting to build up a settlement. Yes, just explode. I was about to say explode in my face, but that would definitely be taken out of context. It's not something somebody should be saying. Yes, Raider Psychos, even those that exceed the level of 100, are easily dispatched by this weapon. However, Raider Veterans are a little bit more difficult to eliminate. But guys, I would just like to end by saying this is one of the best assault rifle mods I have played with on Fallout 4. Maybe not better than the modern firearms, but it definitely is incredibly enjoyable. Fire rate's good, accuracy's good, and the ranged potential of this weapon is, I think, quite good. I think maybe there were some ranged kills in there. Just became a bit of a clusterfuck. But I would recommend downloading this mod if you do like fully automatic weaponry. I would also highly recommend downloading this mod if you believe that this could fill the slot between the submachine gun and the assault rifle. In my opinion, I actually believe that this replaces both of them because they're both shite. Oh, and also guys, I would like to add to my previous video on the Rhino M1 pistol. It has been inserted into the leveled lists, so you can actually acquire legendary versions of this weapon from legendary enemies. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.